Someone needs to go check on Nintendo. Seriously, I'm worried. Hey, how's it going? Honest to Critic here. And as you can see, to my surprise, I pop into Twitter this morning, and what do I see but this post about Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, the DLC. And once again, I'm just I'm worried. Are you alright, Nintendo? I mean, look at this. They are saying that you are going to be able to play their new DLC tracks online, whether you've purchased it or not. And I know what you're thinking, right? That kind of makes the whole thing kind of redundant, right? Because most people will want the tracks to race online. But looking further into it, it does make a lot of sense, and it shows Nintendo is actually paying attention to what's been going on with online games these last few years. Now, when it comes to Nintendo and their practices, in many ways, I've never been a fan, right? What they charge for some of their remasters, their pricing for some of their remasters, the practices of removing games from their service, like Super Mario 3D All-Stars, making them a limited quantity, which was kind of a bluff because if you've checked online, the game is still available. So, yeah, they're just kind of playing a lot of these fans for fools. But, getting back to it, I've never been a fan of Nintendo's practices when it comes to a lot of these games and DLCs. But looking at this, yeah, there's no denying that's really cool. That's really cool that you can play these games, that you can play these tracks online without the need of purchasing the actual DLC. And that could lead to people not even buying the DLC. But to me, this just shows how committed Nintendo is to bolstering their online games instead of their online service. Because let's be real, what is their online service? It's basically just the ability to check the status of your friends when they come online, what games they're playing. That and a collection of older game titles which we all rather just buy off of the store and not have to pay an annual fee for them, right? And setting aside the expansion pass service, which I pretend doesn't exist, we look at this and we think, why even gatekeep the online, right? Because the service itself isn't amazing, right? And I mean the actual gaming now. I'm talking about the lag when you're playing. Sure, there are certain games that are perfect. Go figure. Speaking of Mario Kart. But when it comes to a lot of other games, like Smash Brothers, we are left with a laggy mess that literally makes people play in smaller groups. You can't even play the game the way that you want to play it. You have to make smaller one-on-one matches because basically the online service just immediately starts to buckle as soon as you have more than 1v1. And this is what you want us to pay for, Nintendo? Like, if anything, you're kind of just taking away, you're diminishing your own return, because there are going to be some people who don't pay for this online service and would just rather just not buy your online games, and they'll just stick to your single player games because why pay for this online service when you have very little to no third party support, right? And you have very few online games of your own. And you bolster this once again, by trying to add these fun, 99 games, right? Where it's a big number of players, like kind of a battle royale themed type of game with some classic titles. And of course, leave it to Nintendo. They're geniuses when it comes to milking nostalgia. That is Nintendo. But it still does not offer what most other online services offer. Not even close. But yeah, that was pretty much what I wanted to speak on. I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments about this new development. Will you be buying the DLC now that you know that the tracks are gonna be available to play online for free? Will you still be buying the DLC? That is an interesting question, which I'd like to hear from people. See what they plan on doing now that you know this. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe. This has been Honest to Critic. As always, saying if you're gonna be a critic, be honest, and catch you next time.